Hello parents, this is a tutorial on how to use the Student Parent Weekly Study Plan worksheet that you can fill out perhaps twice a week with your son or daughter, with your teenager. You sit down together, log into the Moodle classroom, and look at all the courses, look at the assignments, see when they're due, and use this worksheet as a centerpiece tool to facilitate your monitoring and supervising your child's coursework and helping them along. Let me give you an example of what the worksheet will look like when it's filled out, at least partially here. I filled in the courses in the first column. You would fill in the grades in the second column, the assignments that are due for that class for that week in the third column. Now remember, this is a weekly study plan, so up here there's a date for that week. And then in the fourth column is the due date for those assignments, which could be used as the date that they're due or the date that your teenager says they'll have it completed during the week. And that's what you would fill out at first. Then later, a couple of days later, perhaps Friday, you'd come back and fill out the date that the assignments were completed and the new grade for the course. Okay, so this is what you would use this study plan for, to fill in the courses, the course grades, the assignments due that week when they're completed. You do that on a Monday. On a Friday, again, sit down with your son or daughter, log into Moodle together, so you're both looking at the assignments and the grades together. On that Friday, fill in, look at the grade book, look to see if the assignments are done, what the new course grades are, and then discuss and determine if there's any consequences for having completed all their work or not completed their work, whatever is appropriate in their situation. Now, ideally, we'd like to see all of our students have A's, have all the work done, make their best effort, and have an A grade, as you see here in this example. And some students are fortunate, this is easy for them, or it's just already part of their lifestyle. They work very hard, they're disciplined when they're home, and they do have consistent A's throughout the school year. For some students, it's not as easy to do this. They're distracted at home, they're very involved in television or videos or video games or sports or friends and family, and they're not as disciplined at home, so they don't complete their grades. They don't complete their assignments, and their grades might be lower, like this example of an F grade, where you see 4 assignments not done, and some of the assignments weren't done very well. So we know that with your assistance and help, your son or daughter can learn to be more disciplined and complete all their assignments and make a best effort. With your involvement, this can be done, and this is why we created the study plan worksheet, so that you can create that routine. And let me also remind you about this overview report link at the top of each course's gradebook that you can click on, and then in a glance you can see all the courses, all the grades of all the courses on one page. So after you sit down with your son or daughter on Monday, fill in half of this worksheet. You could sit down again with your teenager on Friday, and then look to see when the assignments were completed, what their scores are, and what the new grade is for those courses later in that week when you sit down the second time on Friday. And use this as a tool. Use it to your advantage to have that relationship with your son or daughter where you're working closely with them with their schoolwork, guiding them, supervising them, encouraging them, and leading them on to becoming disciplined and completing all their assignments on time. Thank you.